Okay, here we are with the Bissell Big Green that I made a video about earlier. Box has changed up quite a bit. I think I remember it being a bit more like maybe it's just me, but I thought I remember it being a bit more lighter colored and not as kind of like this bluish color, but so let's get her unboxed, see what it all came with. Now I do remember, it used to have a thing when you opened up the box saying it out cleaned the leading rug doctor, but Bissell now owns Rug Doctor, owns most of the shares to Rug Doctor, so they can't really slam Rug Doctor anymore. And the thing is, they were going back and forth slamming each other. I remember on the Rug Doctor infomercial saying, "Oh, the brush on the Bissell only spins in one direction. You need more of like a scrubbing action to clean your carpets properly." But then Bissell also slammed Rug Doctor and said, "Look, you need more of like something that draws the dirt in, like your vacuum brush roller," which quite funny is surprisingly the one thing Bissell actually did right, which this is not really made by Bissell. It's made by a commercial company, and Bissell slaps their name on it. But the one thing they got right that Bissell actually did right was this actually does out clean the Rug Doctor quite significantly, and a lot of people favor this over the Rug Doctor. I'm kind of 50-50. I haven't really tested this too much, but I think I might favor this over the Rug Doctor. I'm not for sure yet. Got all our packaging it's got to come with. Instruction manual is a bit more different than I remember other people opening it too. Compared to the older Big Greens. And here's a warranty registration card and all that, which I never register vacuums for warranty. I've got so many, as you can see, that I never register their warranties. Here we got the hose, which is a bit shorter than the Rug Doctor hose, but this is actually nice. When I clean carpets this week, and I won't have to worry about like digging into like having to clean out the machine, because every time I rent these machines, they do such a significant job of pulling out pet hair and stuff out of the carpets. People do not clean these machines when they return them. And, it's the thing of when it comes to renting these machines anymore with our inflation. These used to be like 5-6 years ago, before COVID-19 and everything. I probably would have told you, hey, it doesn't hurt to rent one of these machines. And as long as you have a hose, rinse the tanks out, rinse everything out, especially if it wasn't cleaned. Because it used to only be like $25 to rent one of these. And then to get actual good cleaners, don't use their soaps, but actually get like stuff that's approved by the Carpet and Rug Institute. Used to be about $12 to $20, depending. You didn't have to go with the fanciest stuff, but about stuff from Home Depot, like the Zep or it wasn't significantly that expensive. But now just to rent these machines alone in my area, I think is around like $35 now. And then that's not including your soaps. And then let's say you want to use the hose, that's $5. Well, you're already spending $40. Then the soaps, the good soaps, are at least around $20. So you're spending another $20 on soap. Like, all in all, you're spending about $80 to $100 to rent these. And if you're cleaning your carpets as you should, maybe 4 times a year, you're spending $400 a year. Particularly, that's what I recommend, is 3 to 4 times a year. Or let's just say you're doing it twice a year, which at the very least you should be doing it twice a year. Well, you're still spending like quite significantly a lot of money. You're spending $200 a year then, which I find it much easier if you can just kind of bite the bullet and find one of these on sale like I did for, I got this for $374 with taxes, but if you can get one of these on a Black Friday deal, or even just keep an eye out around the holidays, these bigger industrial machines don't always do Black Friday deals, but keep an eye out and buy good machines. Don't buy the cheaper Bissells. I don't recommend those. Those will break down, especially if you have pets, especially if you have really nasty carpets. Bite the bullet, spend the extra money. I'm always constantly telling people, you're buying a vacuum, like just a basic vacuum. People I see buy these Sharks and everything. They buy one every 2 or 3 years. I'm like, well, you're buying one every 2 or 3 years. Why don't you just, and the price of Sharks keep going up. Like, a Shark used to be under $200. Now a Shark is around $300, $200 to $300, up to $400, I think, almost. Like, why do you keep doing that every 2 to 3 years when you could just go talk to your local vacuum store and cut a deal with a local vacuum store and bite the bullet, spend $500-$600 and have that thing for 20 years or more? Because with that, the rate with inflation is going, we're in such a crisis. I'd say, why not just bite the bullet, spend the money, because the price ain't going to go down anytime soon. The price to rent these things ain't going to go down anytime soon. It's just going to keep going up. Eventually, I could see these things going up to almost $50 in my area. I don't know about your area. I could see about these going up to almost $50 to rent. Why not just bite the bullet now and spend it? But enough talking about that. Let's get this thing unboxed. I got to turn you guys around here and pull the machine out, because I'm going to need 2 hands for this machine. So if I can get you guys at a good angle, I'll show you me pulling the machine out. Okay. Requires 2 hands anymore with these machines. Okay. Oh, there we go. We got her opened. So here is the machine. I thought the tanks would be clear, because on the ad it showed like the top tank here was clear, but I'm not going to complain. I do like the removable tanks, because on the Rug Doctor, pro tip on the Rug Doctor over here quick. Now, don't do what these old ads used to tell you, where you lunk this heavy-ass machine up and try to pour it in a tub or pour it in the sink. That's crazy to me. Take it outside, turn it to tools, or what I do is I hold it above the bathtub, put it in the bathtub, turn it to tools, and let the water drain out that way. But not everybody has convenience of that. That's a con with the Rug Doctor, is the tanks are not removable, the bottom tank. So if you don't have a floor drain in a basement, you can lug this heavy machine down when it's full of water. then you got to drag it outside, which is just an inconvenience with the Rug Doctor. Or you got to have a hose, which you can just press and drain the water. Or Rug Doctor used to sell, I don't think they do anymore, they used to sell a drain hose that you could hook up to the back and then hold it over a bucket to drain the machine. You know, but still, it's just kind of an inconvenience to people. I do like the Bissell Big Green that you can remove the tanks and just dump the tanks out that way. But here's the huge difference why I wanted the Bissell. Good thing I caught that. They put cardboard on the extraction bar here for some reason. This is the big reason I wanted it, was this extraction bar. Adjust to any size of carpet. And this brush roll. This brush roll is much more better than the Rug Doctor. Like this actually, unlike the Rug Doctor, this actually kind of pulls that dirt and pet hair in. Like, unlike with the Rug Doctor, it scrubs, you know, like, which is still good. It scrubs the carpet and then extracts, but it doesn't have really something to help kind of, I think this is why the Bissell out-cleans Rug Doctor, because it's pulling the dirt in. It has a mechanism to pull the dirt in. And heated air, too. Hoover used to call that heated cleaning. That is not heated cleaning. That's just heated air being blow drying on the carpet. But in here should be the cleaners, which I will not be using these cleaners because I use stuff that's actually certified by the Carpet and Rug Institute. Things like, particularly anything if you're to help void your carpet warranty. People are going to tell you use anything but these. I've never had any harm in using them on my carpets. I know Performance Reviews, if you ever watched his videos, he said these are not certified. If you want to be on the safe side, I guess probably just use things like the like Zep, or use things like Ecolab. We use Ecolab where I work, and Ecolab's pretty damn good cleaners. But here is the machine all unboxed, and we will have a video out this weekend of the first test and use of this thing. Be kind of nice. I don't have to take it out and hose it off. But I am the proud owner of a Bissell Big Green now.